Hey, we have returned. Terra Invicta. And a confrontation is underway.
I hate confrontation.
I love
Cool.
this specific confrontation and no other instance of confrontation.
Yes. Very fun. Yeah. How do you guys want it to go down? This is your rodeo.
I would like her to turn herself in.
Besides that.
Sorry, I'm all out of ideas.
I mean, imagine the plan.
I imagine it goes like a town hall. The town is called, and Lavinia is front and stage giving a roaring speech about how the Crimson about how, the Crimson Fleet is on their way, but wait, they are actually still among us.
Still among us. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay.
Sus among us. Among us. But also,
Manthly Miravanchi screams out, "Of course they are! Lefty, we gotta kill him!"
I was about to say, would she even say that? Because there's nothing, it's more about the murder right now than her.
No, I know. I'm just
Fleet. Yeah.
Just being dramatic.
Alyssa wants to be dramatic, It's more fun.
That's me.
It's just more fun.
And Caleb wants to be traumatic. Yes? No?
Sure.
Yeah,
do you have a different idea of how you would like Lavinia to do this, Emily?
I feel like she could be talking about the Crimson Fleet and then have Luna be like, Luna, would you like to stand and share anything that you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she can just stay in the back or wherever she is to just say anything any insights she got.
I think it would be fun to Zone of Truth her.
Have someone who knows Zone of Truth?
I don't know, because I was thinking she could share about what she knows about the Crimson Fleet, and then Lavinia would be like, and also, do you want to share about how you murdered Zahn?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Would you also like to share about?
Would you like to share how you are part of the Crimson Fleet and you murdered Zahn?
Yeah.
Would you also like to share about the dagger that you got from the Crimson Fleet?
Well, I think, right, we've got the dagger and the cloth.
Well, we got to be careful how we show the dagger because we can't touch it.
Mage hand.
Aldrin has mage hand. Yeah,
I know. I just saying we gotta.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're not touching it. Okay. Yeah. So Lavinia says that. And yeah. So the final thing she says, right, is she asks her some of the same questions that we've already asked her, right? As kind of a preliminary, and she's like, Luna is like, I've told you all this before. Is there something else you need from me? And Lavinia nods sagely and says, yes, there is one other thing. Why did you murder Zahn Delon? And why have you been keeping it from everyone here in Farshore that you were actually secretly part of the Crimson Fleet? And her face goes pale as ice, but she definitely doesn't just give in to that right away, right? She'll deny it at first. So she says, I do not know what you're talking about. And then she looks at Nestor. Tell them, Nestor. And do you guys interrupt her? Or?
I feel like we could be Audrin, can you show that, could Audrin, be somewhere a little further from her so she can't, lunge at him to be, and be like, Audrin, can you please show
they're all
that
strategically placed in the crowd.
Yeah, and explain.
Well, I figure he's up on whatever platform we have with Lavinia.
Or at least steps up to it right now, right?
Yeah, so Audrin...
Mage hand the dagger.
Yeah, Audrin produces the dagger with Mage hand.
Audrin talks about the investigation, right? I mean, he did the whole thing. We can atone to it, the
It's elementary, Lavinia.
Has the hat on and the pipe and everything. Wait, do you still have the thing that lets you put on any disguise you want?
I do.
I would like to think that Audrin in the anime version of this is constantly making fourth wall breaks with his funny hat, right?
Okay, but can I have a pineapple pin on my little detective jacket?
Sure, yeah, as a psych reference.
It is a psych reference, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Audrin goes like this.
Audrin's just like, hold on, let me think about this for a second. I'm getting something.
It's like
I'm
hearing. I know, you know.
There ain't no hiding the truth.
That they ain't telling the truth, I think is the line, but yeah.
Oh, I forget. It's something
yeah,
like
me too. Yeah, anyway, so Audrin lays out the investigation. And I mean, trying to think like what the role is here. Because like she obviously wants to deny it, and if she can't deny it, then she's gonna make a break for it.
Is it like a
possible.
wisdom save maybe to like
Audrin's just like, not to psych you out, but pulls out the dagger.
Well, because part of it has to do with like whether or not the crowd believes, right? That's kind of what matters here. Because if I think it should be like the equivalent of an oratory role in Burning Wheel, right? Where it's like get the crowd on your side, specifically the Mervanchis and their allies, to be like, oh, this is a shut case. Like we have all the evidence. You shouldn't we should all gang up on her right now, sort of a thing. Right? Otherwise, she might be able to weasel her way with her words to get people to doubt your story. So I would say Audrin probably is making. I guess maybe Lavinia could probably make a persuasion test if that's. She is probably more likely to do a speech here than you are.
Okay, so here's the lyrics for Psych. I know you know that I'm not telling the truth.
Yeah.
I know you know they just don't have any proof.
That's what it is.
So I think it's like the lyrics reversed. Mm-hmm. I know you know that you're not telling the truth. I know you know that I have all the proof.
Yep. So she has a +10 to persuasion. Is that what we want to do? Is have her like make the speech?
Guess so.
Audrin, do you have persuasion trained?
I do.
Okay, then let's just say you give Lavinia advantage on this. Lavinia advantage. That seems to make the most sense because I mean you guys aren't up there right now. Yeah. It's just them two kind of laying it all out. So, but Lavinia was probably the better person to make the speech about it. So, all right. So I'm gonna make this for her. Oh no, that was not good.
That was terrible.
All right. Well, I guess here's the deception.
With material evidence. This is horrible.
Terrible.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
She rolled so bad too.
I know. This doesn't mean that like she has everyone on her side necessarily. It just means that like the townspeople.
This isn't a shutout.
Yeah, the townspeople aren't like gonna go grab her right now for you, right?
Okay. So is Audrin up on stage next to Lavinia?
Yeah.
Could he have given her guidance?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. There's no reason you couldn't.
So then
it won't matter. It's only a D4. Literally won't matter.
It tightens the gap a little bit.
Yeah, but like I don't know if there's any other like Takewe's out of Bardic. I guess Lirith could have given her a Bardic.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's okay if you're okay,
Yeah, we didn't talk about it beforehand. I should have given you the opportunity to do stuff like that. So
here's the question. Would it look suspicious? I guess it wouldn't necessarily. Oh, would it look suspicious that Audrin's casting the spell on Lavinia?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Right? All it needs to be is Audrin bolstering Lavinia. Like, you can do this sort of thing, right? Okay. It's fine. Okay, so D4 for a guidance. Okay, so we're at 15 against 18, and then a D8.
This has a chance. This could work.
So what she needs to be 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
your luck was going to run out at some point, right?
Wait a second. 13, 15, 16. We're short by 1 this time.
Yep.
No, we're short
by
2, I think.
I think it's 2 this time because she got a 16 altogether. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is Nestor particularly not believing, right? This is like him being like, there is no way. Like, I have been with her most of the time. Like, she's not some sort of evil villain who's out to destroy Farshore. Like, Zahn was depressive. We all knew he was depressive. This makes no sense. And like, whatever you guys say, like, there's a like vocal minority among the people who are not believing this. Nestor is one of them. The Miravanchis, whether or not they believe, they probably care more about like being against Lavinia on something and getting like leverage there. So they speak up, like Avner particularly, right? And he just twists his story, right? Avner before, he was like worried about an assassin or something, but as soon as he sees an opportunity to like
he's going to be like, you kept this information from the town for like a day.
But he'll exaggerate it, right? He'll be like, for shame, Lavinia, you thought that. Actually, I think this is probably Manthale saying this because like Avner has given him this information, but I think Manthale is the one who's smart enough to make this play. So I think it's the uncle basically saying, "For shame, Lavinia, you thought that something like this was happening, and you refused to let the people of Farshore know until a suitably dramatic moment. Where is the care for the citizens? This seems like you found evidence just to frame this poor woman." And like everybody starts shouting over each other and like talking, right? What do you guys do?
Can we have?
I want to escort her away and basically just like go up to the two of them and tell Nestor, like, regardless if you believe us or not, she's coming in for questioning.
I think Miravanchi at that point is just like, we will not stand for this. An innocent woman is being accused of something she did not do. And basically, he's going to press the issue and just be like, no. We like, this isn't real evidence. Like, this is obviously a setup. Nestor, I think when you look at like, this is shouting is happening in the background. Nestor looks at you, Takui, and then just like looks at you and then just says, you all hated Luna from the moment she stepped off that ship.
No,
how am I supposed to believe you, Takui?
Takui.
Takui
is me. I am her.
Man, that's the first time Alyssa's done that.
Yeah, referred to myself in the third person.
She's a barbarian. It's just finally coming out. Takui need believed.
Okay, can I just like throw out that we have cast Zone of Truth in this village before?
Yeah.
And it stands to reason that the person who could cast Zone of Truth, which I think was like the priest or something.
The priest or Lirith. Lirith also has it.
Well,
yeah.
Then we could just...
Zone of Truth does require a save.
The Miravanchis right now are pressing the issue and basically saying, you have absolutely no right to do this. This is like illegal. Like, this is a fraud. Like, and we demand like a retrial, like an actual trial. Like, this is just a farce. So you can do whatever you want, but like it's possible that like bigger things might happen if you attempt to do anything towards Luna at this point.
Oh, I mean, she's coming in no matter what. I'm taking her in.
We don't. I mean, my point is, we can convince everyone right now and shut both Nestor and Miravanchi up by
she can just refuse to talk.
Right, but if she refuses to talk, then she's guilty.
And
yes, I forgot that's how it works.
And
like if she's just like. If she's just like,
if she,
I get what you're saying, but like, there's ways still for them to try to finagle this. So
if she makes a charisma save, then we look worse.
Also that,
yeah. I mean, basically, Takui will just look at Nestor and say, "Nestor, I never had a problem with Luna. In fact,
it was Anna the whole time.
In fact, I hate myself for not believing Anna sooner." When she was the one who knew right away.
Of course it's Anna, Nestor says. Just closes his eyes and...
Why did you bring me up?
Because that's the truth. And like Takui's all about telling him the truth right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about deceiving him.
I wish I was Git and I could...
just repeat word for word.
Exactly, word for word what she said of like, I'm going to burn this town. And as you guys are burning, I'm going to sail away with Nestor on the ship.
Yep.
I mean, obviously we know what, I just wonder right now, wonder what Git is doing right now.
Who knows? Something else. I kind of forgot about him.
I did too. Doesn't look like he's in the chat.
I don't know what the rest of you are doing, but I'm trying to like reason with Nestor here.
I feel like, yeah, that's fine if we want to give her an actual trial, but what do we do with people who are suspected of crimes before a trial? We hold them.
Right. That's what Takui's saying. And she's like, regardless if you believe me or not, she's going in. Like
we're not trying to like kill her or
execute
anything.
her or anything. Like,
yeah, we're just trying to, like, this is the evidence that we're presenting to arrest her, basically. Because, like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean, again, you have the power to do this. You can drag her away if you want to.
I think
It's
we
just
also
that,
probably call on the testimony of
the
Great
priest.
Vincent Catherley.
yeah. Again, I think basically, until you
doesn't matter.
actually prove her guilt, there will be a growing resentment among the Miravanci allies. So yeah, I would say if you wanted, like, you could just try to fix this as soon as possible so that things don't get worse.
I mean,
right?
what evidence did we show? All the evidence? Like
all the
dress
evidence you
covered in
have, yeah,
blood?
but you like confession of a confession from her with Zone of Truth would be the next step, probably, right?
I mean, but my point is, like, did we show like the dress that was hidden, covered in blood, and everything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
people
we
still
showed
don't
all the
believe-
evidence.
Again, people have disbelieved a lot more for a lot less. So
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true.
people have also killed a lot more for a lot less. So
Yes.
you know, I'm just
I mean, I guess
saying.
it's really just like I'm gonna. I'm literally about to like go
just
grab
gonna
her.
drag her. Yeah.
Like I don't know, like, because I'm not letting her go. Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna be taken in.
I
So then
have
the
a
question here is, does she try to make a break for it now?
That's
Or
why I was
does
saying
she-
wisdom
yeah.
save, right?
Yeah. That's probably good enough. I think because she's obviously in a crowd of people right now, which could be for or against her, depending.
I think it would almost be like if she fails, she runs. Because if she tries to run, I feel like that's incriminating, right?
maybe
I
it
don't
might
know.
just be she's trying to escape her life. I have a quick.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's true. They could be like, oh, she's just like, she's so scared. Like,
I have
I
a
don't
question, Caleb. What would I have to do surge wise to essentially re-prep a spell, to change a spell I have prepped? Because I'm perfectly fine with me surging or something like that. I'm just curious. Mechanically, what would that take?
Yeah, if you want to set off 2 wild magic surges, that seems fine with me. Those are always fun.
just in the middle of this meeting.
No, probably what I'd do is I would leave. I would like go out of the building real quick, or at least away from people, because this could set off a fireball.
What are you trying to do?
Geish.
I don't know if Geish is going to be...
I feel like even if you put the Geish on her, like, she would just take the damage and leave still.
Yeah.
Well, no, Geish is it's only once per day, right?
Yeah.
It's only once per frick. I forgot it was once per day.
Yeah, Geish isn't really as powerful a spell as it probably
It
should
only
be.
is like if you're a really low level, like, and it's against you, because then
Yeah, you can bully commoners to do what you want to do.
I forgot it.
'cause
I
they'll die,
forgot
yeah.
it was once per day. Dang it! There's really no other spell I can.
Oh.
use then.
Okay, so she got a critical success on her wisdom save. What does that mean, I guess? It would be she would try to do this, probably the smartest thing.
Nice to know she only has a +3 on her wisdom save.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think rogues aren't naturally trained in wisdom.
Well, I mean, it's just nice because I have
saves,
spells
though,
that
right?
require
Yeah.
wisdom.
I think
saves.
she runs. My guess would maybe she runs into the arms of Miravanci.
I would say more the arms of Nestor, but
Well, Jordan brings up a good point. She might be like, I seek, like, what's the
Asylum.
Yeah, I want to seek asylum from the Miravancis until this is sorted out.
You don't get to do that.
Right, that's the
Which
thing. It's
she-
like they're not
she
in
probably
charge.
wouldn't.
They're not in charge.
Exactly. So I am not as smart as Luna, so I want to like cover my bases here and try to figure out what would be the smartest play for her in this moment.
She wants to survive.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was about to say the smartest thing of, like, if she doesn't want to be accused of it, is if she willingly goes and then somehow fakes her death.
Or tries to, or escapes, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or escapes, like, from there.
Okay, yeah, I think she'll go along with it for now then, because like making a big scene right now is going to blow her cover. So I think she does care about her cover and is probably confident enough in
she
her own
probably
abilities
does
to
this,
run.
right? She probably like looks at Nestor and just says, Nestor, I have nothing to hide. I'll go. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that.
Exactly. She plays the bigger person and just says, "No, Nestor, it's fine. I understand how they would be concerned. I'm a new player in this, and they just want to make sure that they're friends are being taken care of. The people they love are being taken care of. I'll go with you. I'll answer your questions. Yeah.
And then
So, the Miravanchis are still irate about it, but I think you can just drag her away. So yeah, I mean, Zone of Truth with Lirith can just cast Zone of Truth. So
yeah, the problem is that she could just avoid the questions, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But if you have witnesses who are like, she wouldn't answer the questions, even though she willingly went, but she would not answer.
oh, I guess that's true, right? If we
Any
ask, did you
question.
kill Manthale, and she answers anything but no, that's like
Zondalan, but yeah.
Zonda, whatever.
It's like, no, of course I didn't kill a man.
And then
He's
we
alive
literally
right now.
take, like Nestor can watch us do Zone of Truth, and it's like
Yeah.
she won't answer these questions.
Yep.
Guys, I have an idea. I can curse her to give her disadvantage on.
I'm
charisma
cursing her
saving.
right now in my head. Don't
I
worry,
can't-
Here's the
got that
thing: is
covered.
like the person who casts Zone of Truth knows if you
they succeed or
if
not.
you resist, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
just be like, you're not supposed to resist this. You're being questioned, and then we can just be like, she's resisting it. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
you do.
what
You
want us
know
to
whether
do.
each creature succeeds or fails on a save.
Yeah.
throw.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm like.
So
And she's like,
Zone of
sorry
Truth.
guys, my will is too powerful. You're just not going to be able to cast a spell on me.
I guess the question is, would we even be able to convince Nestor to come and watch?
Yeah. Oh, she wouldn't. He's not going to leave her sight at this point, right? Like,
Okay, well, I just want to make sure, because some people might be
He
like,
cares too much
you
about
know,
that. Yeah.
okay, all right. Because some people
Okay,
might
'cause
be like,
he's
I'm not
worried that
even
you're
going to
gonna
be
just-
get a false confession out of her.
Right. He's worried you're going to do something bad to her, so he's not going to.
Okay, yeah, that's
gonna
fine. You can follow us. You can be there. No
Okay,
matter.
yeah. So now I'm thinking, okay, what's the smartest thing for her to do here? Is it to automatically fail the save? Is it to resist the save and keep stalling? Is it to let the save, they automatically fail the save and just answer your questions, but try to do it in like as vague a way as possible, so it's not actually lying, but like it's it's probably going to be suspicious to you guys? Or does she just try to find an opportunity between here and then to just make a break for it?
With the zone, here's the problem with the Zone of Truth, like especially
Mm-hmm.
with such a straightforward question: did you kill this person?
Yeah.
Any answer other than no is going to incriminate her, right? And she
Yeah.
can't answer anything other.
Well,
I mean, she
here's the
can.
thing. Here's the thing. You have to be very clear about the questions you ask, because in her mind, she could make it a truth.
Were you in any way responsible for the death
That's it. It's
of
just kind of like,
Zondalan?
did you use this blade
Mhm.
and somehow inserted it into his body?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Did you use the dagger on Zon at any point for any reason?
Right. Just because it's like, you can't just say, did you kill him? Because she could be like, no, I didn't
He fell
kill
to his
him.
death.
The
Yeah.
ground killed him.
Exactly. Yeah.
The fall damage killed him. So that's, I'm like, you have to be very
Yeah.
clear about like,
But I feel like
Yeah,
we could get there, though. That's the
I
problem.
know.
And I think she
I
knows
think
that.
she
I
knows
feel
that
like
you
she's
can
going
get
to make
there.
a break for it.
I think
Like,
the only thing for her at this point is to make a break for it without like giant crowd of people around her.
right.
I mean,
Cursing
I want
magic.
Nestor to be there the whole time to watch
Yeah.
what happens.
Yep. Hmm. Now the question is, does she have some sort of automatic teleporting thing?
Does she have a trump card?
Yeah, exactly. Did she have another magic item of some sort that could help her out here?
Does she have it on her?
Ellie would have detected it, or
I didn't technically do detect magic. I did locate object.
Yeah, that's
he
what I just
didn't
realized.
detect magic on her. Yeah, I'm just thinking through again. She would try to be smart about this.
Could we roll a luck save to see if I would have thought of something like that?
Or just even a luck save for her to see if she even
Yeah.
has anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Does anyone happen to can anyone happen to think of a fun magic item that she could have in this moment? What does Astral Shard do?
I don't know, but it
Well,
sounds awesome.
Teleportation.
Caleb, you want the way out of Zone of Truth? Something that she can use to temporarily affect her memory.
I don't think she has something like that though. Not a
Probably not.
Just like not
it
right
does seem
here.
It does seem like a very specific thing.
So there's the helmet teleportation.
That's gonna be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Here, guys, let me put this
Robe of
helmet on.
Stars. Amulet of Planes. Yeah, there's not very many actually. There's not a whole lot of magic items that do like teleporty things.
Oh, Astral Shard requires you being a sorcerer.
There's
Is it possible? Does she have like a Misty Step of some kind? I don't. Do rogues get that? I don't know.
I can see that. I mean, she could have some sort of magic boon or something from a demon at any point, right? I think Luna's priorities at this point, right, are escape. More than anything else, she just needs to escape because she could, if she answers the questions, Nestor won't believe her anymore, right? If she tries to attack you, Nestor won't believe her anymore, probably, right? Because at that point, like, she's just admitting guilt. If she runs, there's still a possibility that she can explain to Nestor later, I knew they had it out for me. Like, there was no way I was getting out of that alive. I had to run. And then she'd come back with the Crimson Fleet later and try to get Nestor, right? I think that's the thing she wants to try.
There's only so many places for her to go. It's an island.
I know.
So, you know. But
Exactly,
I mean, she could
which is-
hide, though, until in the meantime. It's possible.
Not very well. 'cause
The
I have
issue
an idea
is
if she runs.
Anna's faster than her.
And I have a locate object.
Exactly. So I think the only way she makes it out of here is if she has some sort of magic shenanigans. In which case, what did you say? Amulet of Planes? That sounds like the sort of thing she might have.
Yeah, it's like a plane shift kind of a thing.
Hmm.
What level? Like what? I don't.
There's also the potential,
And then, this could be
thing
something
that
she just
has-
borrowed from a higher level
Right.
officer. Like this, they knew this was a sensitive mission and that she could get attacked or found out. But
It's also a possibility that she has something that basically does something akin to Longstrider or something that makes her faster.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's a very rare item. It does require attunement. Wow.
This may not do what we're thinking about.
Okay, what if she had a cubic gate? Because that would go into the theme of having cubes that do weird things.
is that a theme that we have?
Didn't the weird thing that we found with the demon people, wasn't that a cube?
The weird thing we found with the demon people.
Like when
thing that the
we
demon was working
found Drake's mouth boy.
Oh,
at
you're
the-
talking about the
Was it a cube
Wake-
that they
the
had?
wake portal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he had like a cube.
yeah.
I don't remember. It might have been.
And there's a thing called a cubic gate. I don't know.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is just
looking
me
at it
Googling
now.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
The thing is, if she's being grappled, would she be able to use it? Or is she being grappled currently?
Well, she was going willingly, so I doubt that Takei's manhandling her all the way there, right?
Oh, that seems like something
Like you
Takei
could
would do.
if
I
you
feel
wanted
like
to, but it
Takei
doesn't.
would
I mean,
not
and
hold
Takei's
on.
trying
Hold
not to
grab.
escalate the situation. If she's
Exactly.
going willingly, like Takei's probably got like a hand behind her back kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like there would be some sort of contact, or maybe just like holding her arm or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
Okay, I'm gonna go with the amulet of the planes. The cubic gate there's a chance that you guys could come after her into the other plane, which is
Yeah,
not what
that's
she
what I was
wants,
gonna
right?
say.
I'm gonna do amulet of planes. There's rolls and things that she has to make this work. So she could very much fail these. And you guys have magical shenanigans, Deli's particularly, where you could probably find out what happened.
Have no magical shenanigans.
Deli does, is
Deli,
what I'm
do you
saying.
have dispel magic by any chance?
Not prepared, and that would be counterspell.
Quick surge.
I think I need counterspell for it to work anyway.
Yeah.
Because
And you don't have that.
I don't have
Yeah.
access to
Counterspell's a
counterspell
wizard
anyway.
That's
spell,
what I
right?
figured.
Yeah. If she had done something like gate, then I would have the chance. But if this is literally
Yeah.
just her plane shifting, I can't do anything.
I think that's what she tried to do.
Wait. Are we making a luck save to see if she even has this?
No, I will give Deli a luck save to have cast detect magic on her. Just like make sure to
Because I mean, I feel like once she
Search her
got to like
magically.
the jail or whatever, we would take everything from her.
But we
But
didn't
Yeah,
get to
exactly.
the jail.
So
right,
yeah,
that's
it would
what
be.
I'm saying.
This
It's
would
just
be.
kind of
Does
like, I feel
Deli
like
think?
she has it?
Does Deli think in the moment to quickly cast detect magic to double check right now whether or not she has?
16.
16's pretty good. Let me have. I'll just make a rule for her too. And whose luck is better, right? Let's see. It would be her proficiency.
What level is she?
I don't know. I'm just making this all up as I go here, just to make her a challenge for you guys.
Well, the luck save's just a d20.
Plus
oh yeah,
your
plus
proficiency.
plus proficiency. I'm gonna give her a 6. So it's
She's
better
a
than you. But
level like 20.
yeah, I mean the thing is, that's the level you have to be to challenge a party of 4
Yeah.
players of your level, right?
Fair enough.
Oh,
She's one person. She has to be that high. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, literally
What?
one above.
No, this
So
is so unfair.
Here's what I imagine.
She
what
has to
happens.
make a save herself to activate the item, though.
I probably noticed too late. I see she's reaching for something. I'm like, oh wait, she
Mhm.
has something.
I should have checked this in advance. No, and you start to cast the spell. Okay, so she's
All
gonna
right,
make.
Can I?
Yep.
Because I have the rapier of warning.
Oh,
Can I make a? Can I contest that maybe I can see this coming and sleight of hand it out of her grasp before she's able to actually use it?
possibly.
Is it another luck save to see if he's just that lucky?
I think this is more like initiative, right?
Mm.
This is just who goes to act first because she has to spend an action to name the place she's going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Do
think
we all roll initiative then?
I'm not interested in that. That seems like it's just a given that you guys will do this then. I think Audrin with the Rapier of Warning and the Sleight of Hand, that's something that's plausible. More plausible than
Because I mean,
anything else.
if she seems like she's doing shenanigans, I can just try and hit her and stun her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's probably just like reaching up like this, like to her neck.
Yeah, and I'd be like, well, "What are you doing?"
Honestly, the only thing she needs to do is say a word. She
Oh,
needs to
right.
say, "Place I'm going to," and that's it. So
Well,
what
that's
does the
case,
Rapier
then-
of Warning say? What does it say? What are you actually being warned of?
Yeah, because technically there's no danger coming towards us. The danger is the
exactly.
fact that she's leaving.
Always on the lookout for danger. You gain the following benefits. Can't be surprised while you're conscious. You gain 5 to initiative. Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you.
I don't think.
Yeah,
that
this seems
helps
to be
us.
pretty specifically geared towards combat.
Oh.
Right? It's like, is someone going to attack you? That's not what she's doing, right? All she has to do is say a word and pop. She's disappeared. So I think
Alright.
Deli was the only one who had a chance to stop this.
Yeah, because I should have done detect magic on her, but we didn't think.
Yep.
We thought her thing
Her
was the
one big magic item was away. Yeah. But again,
Well, in my defense too, she needs it's verbal somatic material component.
Oh,
well,
okay,
she
what?
because she has the amulet, all she
But
has to
because
do
she
is-
doesn't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she needs.
She just has to
somatic-
say the word. And she has to make a save, an intelligence save.
This is check. It doesn't say save. It says
Or
make a DC.
Intelligence check. Yeah, sorry. Which she's not particularly good at. So here we go. She needs to get a 15. She did.
Dang it!
All right. So she says this is what she says. She looks at Nestor, for dramatic effect, and she just says, "I'm sorry." And then she just says, "Gaping maw." And then
I'm guessing what happens is Deli is turning into a velociraptor and jumps. Too late.
yeah. So let's see.
But we know where the gaping maw is, don't
Yeah,
we?
on a successful check, you cast the plane shift spell. So
But
she
she has to
plane
roll
shifts herself.
a. Wait, no, she's going to a plane, not.
Yeah, sure. She's going to be hanging around on that plane, kind of parallel to this, right?
Wait, the gaping maw is a plane? I thought the gaping maw was the one place where we met Sayori.
No, that was the Kraken's Cove.
Oh, okay.
Audrin, I think, knows what Gaping Maw. I think this name has come up before. This is Demogorgon's plane.
Oh.
This is the plane of the demon lord himself, right? The Prince of Demons. So, yep, she just says Gaping Maw and pops out of existence.
And why do you think she's going there?
I mean, that itself, like, not even just escaping by plane
That's fair.
shifting.
No.
Right?
You're right. That's fair. She could very easily just go to like the astral plane or something. That would be just as safe. Probably more safe, honestly. So yeah, that makes more sense. She just says astral plane and plane shifts away. Yeah, I forgot that would kind of just give away that she's in league with demons.
I would like to point out.
I must say, I think she should make an intelligence saving throw to see if she says that or not.
I would like to
because you already said it.
She's smarter than me, guys.
I would like to point out that we can also now use Zone of Truth on ourselves to show that, or we could have Zone of Truth cast on us by Paladin guy and not Lirith, who's in our party.
Right, on Audrin.
That's
say,
true.
I found this dress under her board.
I'm not trying to frame her. Yeah.
I got this under her clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, frick. I just realized this doesn't have a limit to how many times you can use it.
No, which is why she can just go to whatever plane and
That's
then the
bad.
Yeah.
That means she can come back whenever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I think Deli would turn to the rest, like on Wild Shape, go,
I should have checked her.
Deli, you didn't know.
Probably first what she did, she like screams as a velociraptor on Wild Shape, still screaming, then says,
I should have checked her.
Deli, there's a lot of things we all should have or could have done, but we are now where we are now, and we have to keep moving forward. She could be back at any time, and who knows if she'll be bringing help with her.
So I think the big thing is now we need to convince Nestor of this.
Yeah.
I mean, how much convincing does he need to get after he sees that?
So, like, maybe she would have said what she said differently then. I was thinking I'm sorry as in like I have to leave, I'm sorry. Not but I guess I'm sorry probably does sound like I was guilty, I have to leave. So but what she wanted to convey
not
with
even
that,
just that, but just
I know. But
just like but with us doing like we will show you a zone of truth showing that like we're not framing her, we're not taking anybody's side.
So what I'm saying is I want to retcon something just slightly, just to have the door even slightly open for her to save this maybe possibly in the future. It would be like something less than I'm sorry and more like they have it out for me, or something that would like portray the, like, I don't trust them, I need to leave, and then just pop away. Whatever that would be. Maybe she just whispers it to him. But yeah, if you want to, you can set out all the evidence and try to convince Nestor / the rest of the townspeople at the very least that you weren't trying to frame her, right?
Right.
And this evidence is like, as far as you know, legit, right?
It's definitely legit. She hid a dress under her floorboards.
Okay. But I would also like to point out that we can also have Anna confess through the Zone of Truth and say word for word what Luna said to her.
Yep.
So Anna can say, this is verbatim what she said to me.
This is what she said, and this was my response to it. Well, good, because you know what that means? Nestor at least will be safe, even if I die.
Cool. Yeah, so I think this is like you guys going back to the town meeting with Nestor and just being like, okay, guys, she teleported away. That probably also means she's guilty. Here's all the, like, we'll cast Zone of Truth on ourselves and, like, give you, like, under oath testimony here that we're all telling the truth. So let's make one more roll. I'll help Lavinia probably put it together again because she's probably the best at persuasion again, right?
Yeah.
Thought so last time.
But she'll get
10.
advantage automatically just because of the Zone of Truth stuff, right?
And now I will also, I will guidance her.
Yeah, guidance, and then
as long as she doesn't roll she rolled last time.
Lirith probably has, like, she has another bardic, right?
I'm sure she has at least one more. She's only used 2 so far, and I have 3. So,
okay.
Yeah, I assume she has more. Okay, quick. Here we go. Hey,
that's better.
That's much better. And that makes sense, right?
Break 30, break 30, break 30.
So a D4 for guidance. It's 28.
30,
and then D8. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So 35.
35. The town,
and
now that she's not there and she's not like trying to like cause confusion, people
her
are
doe
like,
eyes
"Oh."
aren't flashing. Yeah, exactly.
People are like, what?
Yeah, and especially she said like she's gonna burn down the town.
Yep. Yeah, so you don't have your villain in custody, but at least you have convinced the town that she's bad news, and if she comes,
Nestor convinced?
yeah. So this is the thing. I think Nestor wants to talk to you, Anna, after this whole thing goes down. Right? He gets more and more concerned looking. Right, by the whole time this is happening, and he pulls you aside at the end of this, like kind of to talk to you privately, and he says,
I'd probably
Yeah.
kind of be kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
I'd probably be a little just like exasperated and be like, Nestor, what do you have to say to me at this point? I feel like you've made your feelings pretty clear.
"There's only one thing I need to say to you, Anna, and it's I'm sorry. You were right, and I was a fool." And he just nods and literally just goes to walk away.
I would just be like, I'm sorry too. Yep. Just
He looks
walk away.
back.
And
No,
then
he looks
she
back when
stunning
you-
strikes him and picks her up in her arms.
No, he looks back when you say that, and he's like, "What do you have to be sorry for? You were right the entire time, and I was an idiot."
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I was right. I didn't want to be.
Yeah, he bites his lip. He just nods to himself. And you can tell the nod is just like, you're good at insight. You can tell the nod is, I ruined everything, didn't I? And he just walks away at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, with a 35, he believes you, right? Like it's all laid on the table for him, clear as day. But he knows he doesn't have anything else to say except for I'm sorry, and that's his fart. That's all. He can't say anything more, so he just walks away.
I want to go up to Anna like afterwards from like behind, touch her on the shoulder, and says, "I'm sorry too, Anna. I think we all owe you an apology."
I mean,
Roger's like, what did I do?
I was gonna
I mean,
say the
because we
same
didn't
thing.
really believe her right away, you know? Like it took us a while to get convinced, you know?
We believed her after the big like circle time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like we were like, okay, yeah, we're suspicious of her, but like not fully as much as she
Right.
was, you know? It wasn't until he was killed that I was like, oh crap, yeah, he's like, when she said, yeah, I sent him after her, that's when Taku was like,
True.
100%. Before that, she was like 90%. And she feels guilty that she didn't believe you 100% right away.
and
So-
I'm also just feeling guilty. I'm like, should I have just tried to kill her when I had the chance before she killed someone else? What is right in this scenario?
Yeah, and I think there are the people who come up to you all after this is the Jade Ravens. Throughout this entire thing, they've been like Leandra, the sorceress gal, has just been crying the whole time, right? And Doral especially, as Doral also has been like super choked up and just like distraught through the whole thing. Tolan is just mad, and they all three of them show up to you, and there's still those emotions, but there's also a sense of relief that you can tell on their faces, and I think Tolan like right away just says, thank you for like figuring
I
out that
just-
he didn't do this himself.
well, I just like as soon as like they can't come over, I like break down and start crying
Yeah.
and start apologizing because I'm like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Like I shouldn't have had him do that. Like I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
This
and
is my
Leandra's not put enough together to have a response. Tolan, I think, in the immediate is just saying like, I was so worried. You don't understand, Anna. I thought that I did this to him, that I should have been a better leader for the Jade Ravens, and I failed so miserably. And I thought that this was the ultimate fruit of my failure. So, at the very least, I am so glad that that was not what happened. Doral at that point, I think, says, like, he goes up to you, Anna, and like grabs your arm like in a reassuring way, and he says, "Don't blame yourself, lass. I think it's good for Hazan to have died doing something good, doing something right. If this woman really was that dangerous, then he died doing his duty.
He died doing something I asked him to do instead of doing it myself.
I think it's at this point Audrin
Yeah.
would probably
Yeah, go ahead.
pop in and say, I've seen this before, and I haven't quite got my mind around it yet, but I think there might be a way to undo this, to undo the spell caused by her dagger.
And that's the point where Leandra seems to get a hold of herself. She looks up at you through tears. She's like, what do you mean, Audrin? Are you saying that we can bring Zon back?
I think it's possible. It's not going to be easy. But I think we can work. I think we can work on something. I have some ideas in mind.
Tolan nods very grimly. He just says, do whatever you need to do, Audrin. The Jade Ravens are down a member, and we will not rest until he's returned to us. And the other two just nod. And you could tell, right? There was a whole sub-arc here where they were slowly falling apart, but the death of Zon has just totally 180'd that. And they're just fired up and ready to go.
See, Anna did good. She actually brought the Jade Ravens back together. Birds of a dead feather flock together.
And it's just going to be way more depressing when we get Zan back and they all die anyway.
Or he's going to be like, dude, what the heck? I was fine.
Yeah.
I was at peace.
Yeah, like that episode of Buffy where she's just like, guys, I was in heaven. What did you do? You
what?
resurrected me. I was in heaven.
Caleb, I have a question. How much is that Pearl of Power 4th level that is essentially... Wait. No, it never. That says something different. Okay. How... Pearl of Power, a 4th level Pearl of Power is not a thing that exists in 5e.
Okay.
How much is it technically worth, and could it technically count as a crystal ball?
I would say look at the ratio of the costs of the Pearls of Power, and we can make an estimate based on what the difference is.
3.5. What's this?
No,
what's this
as in the 5e. If there's is there first, second, and
there's
third
just
level?
One. There's just one. Pearl of Power 4th level doesn't exist. That's why I took it.
What does Pearl of Power do then? Just by itself?
Pearl of Power
just
edition regens a 3rd level spell slot.
Or lower.
Yeah, the one you gave me does a 4th level spell slot or lower.
Yeah. What is the price of the regular Pearl of Power in 5th? In the
450
chart we have? 450?
Because the
450
thing is,
GP, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing
I'd say maybe 1,000 then.
Okay, that's perfect because
It's going to be a focus.
Scrying requires a focus worth at least 1,000 GP, such as Crystal Ball, Silver Mirror, Font Filled with Holy Water, whatever. But if the Pearl of Power could count,
sure, yeah,
I can cast Scrying.
Yeah, that's fun to me, right? Get the little orange and the peels come out, and
the orange is different.
Oh,
the orange is what restores my magic.
Didn't we say that the Pearl of Power was also an orange? Isn't everything an orange with me?
I don't remember. I don't remember if the Pearl of Power...
It could be whatever, but
pearl.
It's a pearl, yeah.
I have an unrelated question. Why is everything related to Delhi just different flavors of Starburst?
Delhi, it wouldn't work because the creature has to be on the same plane of existence as you.
Yes, but I can just cast Scrying
just in general.
now. So,
yeah.
In general, which is helpful for also the Crimson Fleet.
Mm-hmm. It also helps us to know if she is back in this.
That's true.
Yes,
you can periodically cast it and see if she's
around.
It
could also fail if she just makes the wisdom save, which seems like it's very possible for her.
Her wisdom save was only a +3.
Not too bad. Yeah.
It's also there's modifiers depending on how well I know them. My point is we have another tool in our belt that is
Scrying fruitful.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Oh, and if we have a possession or garment of hers, it's a -4, and we have her dress.
Yeah, true.
Wait, does the blood count as body part?
No,
It's
I don't think
body
so, no.
part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the
Or
like.
the
And
like.
I don't think
Which is why
dried
I
blood
asked.
on a dress. would
Yeah.
count
I don't
enough.
think blood counts. That's probably the just below
Okay.
fingernail or hair.
Still,
right?
-4. and I have familiar with them, so they have she is technically minus 15 because I'm familiar with her and know the target well. Or do I know the target well technically?
Nah.
So firsthand,
Deli
she's
barely had
0.
interaction with her.
So firsthand, I've met the target, so they have a -4 to the save. So she's a -1 to anything I do on this, and my save is already a 16. So it's not bad. That's a pretty good chance. She has to roll a 17 to make the save.
So 14 on with her bonus.
Yeah.
I thought she only had no, that was counting the +3.
Oh, that was counting +3? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because she has a -4.
Because he has the minus, yeah.
And here's the other thing. We've established who the leader of the Crimson Fleet is. I am very familiar with the target. Although I don't know if I technically have any possessions of theirs. That would be a fun thing to do, but I at least know who they are.
At some point you get some, maybe.
Point is, they have at least a -7 to my scrying.
Very fun.
Yeah, you can probably figure out more exact date.
Audrin might.
Well, I mean, the issue is Deli's the one casting the spells, so she has to.
Yeah, but if Audrin has a possession of his, former possession of his.
No, I don't think you do, Audrin. I don't think you've ever met this guy. He's too high up for you.
Okay.
He's literally my dad.
I just meant something of the Crimson, something that belongs to the Crimson Fleet.
Yes.
Probably.
Yep.
I have stuff of.
Yep. Agreed.
Unless.
All right, cool. Well, let's wrap up the session here with conversation about what you guys want to do next, right? So I can do some prep.
Can I do one last short thing?
That's fine.
Audrin, after the dust is settled and everybody's like calming down and everything, Audrin would go up to Lavinia and like put a hand on her shoulder and like kind of congratulate her and go, "You did really well today."
Yeah, she's like probably shaking. He's like, "Good," because I was really worried there for a second. Yeah, and she kind of looks down a little bit and then says, "Thank you, Audrin. I appreciate that."
Hey, you need to trust yourself. You have what it takes to lead here. You've already shown that. You showed that in being able to get here. You showed that in putting together this team. You showed it in figuring out what happened with your family's wealth, what happened with the farm. You've shown that over and over again.
Tears are starting to pool in her eyes. And like two faucets being turned on, she just starts to kind of like silently cry. And this is like a very much an anime moment because she's like clenching her fists, looking down, and like the tears are, but she says, "Thank you, Audrin. Every day I wonder if they would be proud of me. And I keep doubting myself. I keep looking at all the ways I've made mistakes. I just want to live up to their legacy. The way they started all of this. I have to finish it for them." And she's talking about her parents.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. Her name is slipped. Lavinia. Okay.
Yeah. What was your name again?
I was like, sorry.
Poignant moment, and Audrin forgets the name of the NPC. Wow.
Sorry,
that's way worse than anything Alyssa's done. Yeah.
No biggie.
This is your potential love interest here. What is this?
My headcanon is that Audrin has no potential love interests.
We all know.
But Audrin says, "Lavinia, I can't speak for your parents." Or actually, I think you probably say, "Lavinia, I can't speak for them. But I'm proud of you. I know all of my teammates are proud of you. Or I know the team's proud of you. And as far as legacy goes, I think you're doing pretty well carving out your own legacy. And I think that is something that you should be proud of. Because your parents carved out their own legacy. They didn't carve out your legacy. That's something you get to do. That's something you're doing, something you've done. Maybe you're stepping into some of their legacy, but...
Yeah, she nods and she says, it's the responsibility, Audrin. It's not just mine. I have responsibility to my parents to not ruin what they started. They were good people, and I want to do right by them. That's all I'm saying.
Then Audrin, like, smirks.
This is
and
bigger
then,
than me.
Yeah.
Is-
Yeah. Audrin smirks and then shrugs and says, well, then I don't think you have anything to worry about. And then at that point, he turns around and then just walks away.
Before you do that, would you make an insight check for me? I think there's something on Lavinia's face that you might be able to gather.
Audrin, the insightful one. Of course, the ever insightful. Yes! Yay!
Right. Sounds good. Audrin
Would I be
turns around.
watching when I see this? I just want to know.
Make a luck save. Make a luck save.
I would say, or is this a perception check?
This is gonna be an insight.
Well, I
Perception check to notice the conversation and be in place.
My perception and my luck are the exact same.
Yeah, Anna, you can roll luck. Take away if you'd like to. You can roll perception.
I would very much like to.
I get that.
Yeah, Anna. Okay, so Takewee, you are in a position to find out what the look on Lavinia's face means if you roll a good insight.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that was really lucky.
Wow, that was really lucky.
This is kind of funny that Takewee finds this out. Okay, so Audrin turns around, not noticing the look on Lavinia's face, and it basically means she's thinking about her parents, leaving something to her, and now she's thinking about how she will leave something to her children, or if she'll even have any, and gives a meaningful look to Audrin as he leaves, right? Yeah, because like she kind of like gave up on Audrin in a specific sense, but she still has that like she knows that
Those feelings. She still has feelings.
She still has feelings. She also knows as a noblewoman, it's kind of just like required of her at some point to do this, right? To pass on the family line. But you see and so in a general sense, she's still like, I need someone. Is someone gonna love me, right? Like,
why won't it be him?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody that's not Nestor.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have an idea for something. I don't think it's necessarily something that needs to happen now. It technically couldn't happen in the same day. But there's one person, or more specifically, two people that I could cast Geish on. And it would be, if not useful, very fun.
I feel like Takewee feels really guilty right now. I think she's like looking over at Lavinia and then looking over at Audrin, and then she's just like, oh no.
Still caught between. Yep.
Well, yeah, and she's like, I don't know. I think she's just gonna go get a drink. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, how about we just end the session there, and then for a fun patron thing, we can talk about future stuff, right? We can talk about what plans are for what you would like to accomplish next session.
I'm assuming we'll keep the dagger in a bag of holding.
Sure.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I will probably...
So that way she can't just like pop in and grab it.
Yeah. Try to grab it for something.
That is probably also another good reason to give it to the collectors. They can keep it safe from her.
Sounds like Audrin just wants to keep it in the bag holding for now, but...
I know, but eventually make its way to the collectors. They probably have ways to keep it away from extra...
At the very least, you could give it to the collectors and ask them to do some research on it. That's just something you could do, right?
Next level.
All right, cool.
I just want to make sure that's established so it's not like next session.
Yes.
The dagger's gone, guys.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
You've gotten a victory. No. You got a victory. She's not... This is the thing. She's too worried. Like, she knows, like, if she comes back, you could just try to attack her or stun. Like, if you stunned her, Anna, like, it's all over, right? Just pile damage. And then she's
I
gone.
am quite stunning.
Indeed. So, I like, her official plan is stay away until the invasion happens. Right? Because then she'll come back and do whatever stuff she needs to do to help out, but she's not going to risk it until then. So. All right, cool. That was a fun session. I wasn't entirely sure it was going to take that long to go through the whole sequence, but I really liked the way it went. I enjoyed myself.
Could I possibly do one more thing?
No, totally fine. We got time.
I want to talk to Nestor.
Sure.
And just like try to like talk to him and just be like, kind of what Anna said, like, I'm sorry it went down this way, kind of a thing. And just try to convince him that, like, if he really wants to make things right, that all he needs to do is fight beside us when this inevitably goes down, kind of a thing.
I mean,
Just
is that true of Anna, though? That's
I
what he
think
cares
so.
about.
I think that's what it's like, maybe, but you got to start somewhere if you want to earn trust back.
Yeah.
Trust isn't built overnight.
Can Nestor make an insight check on you, Anna, to like decipher what would be the thing to actually get back in your good graces? Or is that like impossible at this point?
I mean, he's not in my bad graces, but like, I don't know if it's possible to like have a romantic thing
Sure.
again.
That's okay. That's the thing he cares about. So if
Like-
it's just impossible, then
Like if he made it, like, he could make an insight check and
to figure that out.
/ like, if it was possible,
If he got
like,
high
it would
enough, it
take
is
time.
true, kind of a thing.
Like,
Like-
it would
like-
just take time to, like, if something was gonna happen, like, it's not gonna be a quick kind of thing. Like, if
Sure.
I'm not against still like being friends with him, and if that turns into something down the road, but it would be down the road across the water.
Okay, I want to make an insight check for him then, and we'll see how much he knows.
Yeah.
15. What does he know with a 15? It's not like Anna's particularly hiding anything, but yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like he would just see that, like, kind of yeah, probably not really a chance anymore.
Yeah. I think he officially gives up then. I don't think things will definitely not go back to even like the beginnings of your friendship. I think he's not going to be like turn against you guys or be an enemy. He'll be an ally to Farshore, but I think his like closer relationship to any of you is officially ended at this point, and he's just going to kind of do his own thing at this point.
Well, can I make a persuasion check? Like,
sure. So you can see this on his face, Takewee, that this is how he is feeling about the whole thing based on the conversation he had with Anna. What would you like to say?
I would just like to say Anna isn't one to hold a grudge.
I know that. The issue is not her holding a grudge. The issue is that a fire can't start if something has
smothered it.
Yeah, and he wants not even just smothered it, but like I'm trying to think of the poetic way for him to say, like, if I know the image I have in my head, and I'm trying to.
Because the image I have in my head is like a campfire, right? And he's like trying to say the equivalent of like put it out. And what I want to say as Takewee is like, as long as you still have an ember, there's hope.
Yeah. And so I think he'll say, he wants to say though, like the fire didn't just go out. The fire, like the wood is wet. There's dirt on all the coals. Like it's gone. Like the fire doesn't exist anymore. So like an entirely new fire has to be made. All of the debris has to be like, put away. You got to find new wood. And he's just like, I don't even, this is what he says. He gets a little frustrated. He's like, I don't even know if I care that much. Like, I can't go through that much. Like I don't think it's worth it. Like, because
you can't go through that all.
And he's trying not to say it as if it's like, he doesn't
I mean,
he
just like had his heart broken. Like,
exactly. He doesn't mean it as some big chore. He means like, I don't think it would be good for me to go down that road, because if I fail by the end of that, that's going to be 1,000,000 times worse than just stopping right now. He's like, I just don't think I have it in me.
Oof. I don't know what I would say against that. Yeah, that's hard. Takewee understands that.
Yeah.
Earlier I said somebody who's not Nestor. I meant somebody who's not who's the jerk that we had to lead through the forest? With the
Abner.
wilderness?
Abner.
Abner. Someone that's not Abner. I think Lavinia and Nestor.
They've like never interacted, so
Now's their opportunity.
yeah.
Both heartbroken by different people of the party.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what she would say.
Now the twist would be if he and Lavinia get together, and then by a twist ending, Anna and Audryn get together.
That would be a twist ending.
That would be a twist.
Because like I don't like want to like force him to like want her, you know, and she doesn't want that either.
Yeah.
But like I guess what I'm trying to persuade him with is that like, well, if you ever do want to put in the work, I think she'd be willing to too. I think that's all she could say, right? Like, is that like
the thing is, I
like
don't know
like if you ever want to, if like. Well, because what I'm trying to persuade him of, because he according to his insight, he believes that there's no chance, right? So he doesn't want to put in the work.
You want to say there is a hope, there is an ember,
right?
Okay.
Like if you want to clear that debris, do all that.
It's going to be
not
difficult,
a hopeless,
but you can make the roll. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think a 19 is good enough.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good, but
yep. I think Nestor walks away.
And I also like don't even know because like what you're saying, I don't even think is necessarily true.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I think at this point Nestor walks away for the last time. And that's probably all we'll see of Nestor. Like he'll be around, but I don't know if he's going to be a character that much anymore. His arc for now is pretty much ended.
I have something if you guys are done. I kind of want
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think probably when it's later at night, Deli, where's Avner staying? Is he
with his uncle in the Miravanchi Manor, which is number 10.
So Deli would be like waiting outside. He'd find like as Avner's walking out, not with his dad, because she doesn't know his dad. Just to find a moment where uncle whatever is there, and she would just kind of wait for him to pass by to kind of start a conversation with him, essentially.
Yeah, what time of day is this?
This would be at night, probably.
Okay.
And later in the day, because we've been dealing with stuff, so it's dark.
Yeah, so I mean, we can say that Avner's like off to the last coconut to like get a drink, right? And he's like whistling to himself.
Avner.
Oh, you are so creepy in the dark. With your big little lizard eyes.
What about me? Am I creepy in the dark? And Audryn's right behind him.
Leave Lavinia alone.
What are you talking about?
What do you think I'm talking about? You at the town hall with your uncle today? Trying to cause an insurrection?
Deli. You don't understand nothing of politics. When the fate of a town like Fallshore is at stake, sometimes you have to play a little dirty to get leverage. And leverage is what my uncle needs to whip this town into shape.
You understand nothing of how I feel about people like you. I have been through torture for the people I care about. You think I care what you do to me? No. But if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll care what I do to you. So leave Lavinia alone.
Intimidation.
I mean, she's not trying to be intimidating because I'm bad at it.
That is
but
exactly
she's just like,
what you're trying to do.
No, I know. But I'm not caring if this is intimidating
Yeah.
or not. She's just being honest.
Yep. Too bad you don't have the ugly truth skill.
Yeah. 4. Yeah. He's small.
So it's like this super serious moment, right? Where he's like, yeah, like we see he looks like he's about to break, right? And then he just goes, "You are so cute, Deli. Oh, you almost had me going there for a second." And he like pats you on the head.
Yeah.
Doesn't Deli have a no touching policy?
Yeah, probably if she reaches out to touch him, she will swipe at him with her club.
Oh yeah, her
Shillelagh?
Shillelagh. Well, it's not technically a shillelagh unless I cast it.
Ladle, giant
just a big ladle. Yeah. Yeah. He just laughs, right? He just like you swat him and he just like just laughs all the way to the bar.
And she'll just think to herself, "Oh, what was his name? Oh, I forgot his name.
The guy you just talked to?
No, the guy I killed. Oh, I think she just think to herself,
Davenport laughed too.
Yep. Very good.
Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park.
Abner's not.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's. Well,
Go ahead, Jordan. Go, Jordan. Go.
I was going to say what I was going to say is not important. I was just going to say Lincoln Park said it best. So I suppose that it gets to a point where feelings got to get hurt and get dirty with the people spreading the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I mean, her thing is she hates scumbags like him, given her past with the scumbags like him, and like we did talk about, minimizing the characteristics tab. It says, "I will always protect those that I care about and those who care about me." And she's like that. No, Lavinia cares about me, and you're trying to cause a problem with her, and I'll cause problems with you.
Yeah, and this is kind of funny because like Abner obviously isn't taking his threat seriously, but we know Deli has like she's a 12th level D&D character. She could kill this dude. 10th level, yeah.
I could kill him easily. In fact, I was contemplating having you make a wisdom save for him and casting Gauge right there. And I remember I didn't have it prepared. Honestly, like I'm thinking, like
I'm definitely ready for the Deli murders Abner arc. Finally,
I kind of want to at this point. Honestly,
Deli's the only one of the party who would.
I would at this point, and honestly, not sure Deli would care. She'd go for being ostracized if it meant getting rid of Abner.
I'm about it.
She's wanted that. I personally wanted Abner.
Everyone has wanted Abner dead for a long time.
Okay. But you know what would make Abner shut up real fast? When you remove Daddy's protection.
You mean uncle?
Like killing his uncle?
I mean, if his uncle's out of the picture, like if his uncle died, then yeah, Abner would be lost.
Oh yeah, I mean Abner would have absolutely no power then.
The problem is, we've seen what happens when someone kills someone in this establishment. It doesn't go well.
I'm really ready for the pirates to just murder Abner, honestly.
I was going to say, you technically do have a dagger that makes sure that they can't be resurrected.
Yeah, but we know now that's what does it.
Yeah.
So I do have a good wisdom save, but
at the very least, like you could kill Abner's uncle with the dagger and then dump his body somewhere that no one will find it. And then true resurrection isn't going to work. And then no one can try to speak dead on the body and find out the whole X thing is happening. You can get away with it.
I know. Oh, well, here's the thing. They don't know like that. Wait a second. This is the same X as before. What happened to the knife? Deli, go find the knife. It's on my person.
I'm just realizing right now that maybe the smarter thing that what's her face? Luna could have done is do just that, like dump the body somewhere that no one would ever find it. And then it's just like, oh, he disappeared.
But
oh, no.
it was someone they already thought was suicidal, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. I think that was the place she was going for, but I don't know if it was the right one.
Because like if we couldn't find it, I also would have been like, we have to find him. Something happened to him.
Oh, guys, I have a better idea. I don't have to kill them to get rid of them. And I turn next level, I get a teleport spell. Open up a tree, shove them through, close it. They're gone.
Can you do that on unwilling subjects, though?
I think so. I don't know exactly. I haven't looked at.
I don't think so.
If he can just open up a portal and push them through.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That
could work then.
Transport via plants. This spell creates a magical link between a large or larger inanimate plant within range and another plant at any distance on the same plane of existence. You must have seen it or touched the destination plant at least once. There's plenty of plants back on the mainland that we can put this into. For the duration, any creature can step into target plant and exit from destination by using 5 feet of movement. Yeah, doesn't say they have to be willing.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to get rid of them without killing them.
Well, there you go. That's been Terra Invicta. Let's go ahead and do an after show and talk about all the fun stuff that's going to maybe happen in the future. So mainly so I can prep for it. That's really what I need. All right, this has been Terra Invicta. We are out. Adios.